Good, hot, and steamy Tuesday evening, the last Tuesday of the month of June, the 29th of June, 2021. I'm meteorologist Robert Smith at New Jersey's premier weather site for meteorology. That is GardenStateWeather.com, GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. And we're in day 4 of what could turn out to be day 5 tomorrow of our heat wave here in the Northeast and the New York City and other areas around the northern mid-Atlantic here, and also on the west coast, especially the upper west coast in Seattle and Washington and Oregon, and even in portions of British Columbia and southwestern Canada. It's just amazing the amount of heat that has occurred and the records that are being broken, all-time records at many stations, especially over the upper Midwest. Or the West Coast, actually, in Canada and British Columbia. This is an overview of the video forecast discussion for this Tuesday evening, the 29th of June, 2021. I'm meteorologist Robert Smith. We had many records here in the northeastern United States, especially in portions of Pennsylvania and New Jersey, New York City metropolitan area. Newark, for example, reached 102 this afternoon. That broke the old record of about 100. Several years ago. Some of these are surpassing their high temperature records or tying them for today. Meanwhile, up in Canada and Washington and Oregon here, it's just like everything that's like blacked, X'd marked out here is all-time record highs, surpassing all-time highs. Just incredible amount of heat continues to build. And as of 22:45 Zulu this afternoon, temperature is still in the low to mid-90s here in the New Jersey, New York City I-95 corridor here. Look at this heat here in California and the Baja of Mexico here, all the way up the west coast, including this portion here, Seattle, Washington, Oregon, portions of Canada. That's crazy, right? It is. Yeah, it is. Temperatures, these are actual air temperatures. That is not the heat index. This is the heat index this hour. Yikes. And yikes here too. In fact, if we get into New Jersey this hour, it feels like it's still nearly 100 to 103 degrees. Probably did better than that during the afternoon hours when we reached about 106, 107, 108 degrees in Newark this afternoon for a heat index earlier this afternoon. But this is dangerously hot weather for anyone to be outside in. What a steam bath out there from the Central Plains all the way up into New England with dew point temperatures in the 70s. That's a steam bath. Now, it's hot here in the west, especially Washington and Oregon, where temperatures are in the triple digits, but the air is quite dry. The dew points are in the 30s and 40s. Crazy, right? And when we take a look at the relative humidity, the air is dry. There's fire danger here, and that's why there's red flag warnings and severe heat warnings in this area of the country. It's just incredible. Want to take a look at this for just a second. Get back into yeah, I'm going to do the National Weather Service hazards. This is crazy, right? Red flag warnings, heat advisories, that continues in the Intermountain West here, all the way down to Nevada, California. Flash flooding here going with a stalled out front here across the upper Midwest to the deep central south and in portions of New Mexico and Texas. And of course the excessive heat watch is here. Just crazy, right? This is going to last through tomorrow. Well, you've got this gradient here between the ocean temperature around 70 and the air temperature about 100 or so, give or take. So right along the immediate coast, there's going to be some higher wind gust here today, which we're showing, but to tell you the truth, unless you were right here on the Barrier Strand Islands, right in the water with your chair or your footies and your entire body, you're not going to feel any relief today. And yes, we've had a few thunderstorms around the area. Look at the, this is, what are we looking at here? Is this the visible satellite? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Here's a visible satellite, and here's a cluster of showers and thunderstorms here. We've had ongoing showers and thunderstorms across this area here and back in here along the cold, or just ahead of the cold front here, south of the Great Lakes here. This is all basically thunderstorms. And if we looked at the radar, probably going to see that coming up nicely. Yeah, there's a few showers and thunderstorms here over the Poconos today. That waxed and waned into Warren and Sussex County for a time. This afternoon we'll do this in another way. Once again, let's take a look at the heat index right now. At 7:22 this evening, it's still, I mean, this is the second to the last day of June here, and it still feels like it's 102 in Lyndhurst, 102 in Basking Ridge. So, you know, even Oceanport, 99, Wall Township, 98. I don't see anything cool here on the ocean. No. No. And I'm trying to find a little sea breeze front here. This is all downsloping air here from this morning into the afternoon. See a little bit of a faint sea breeze front here in southern Ocean County down to Cape May. And even that kind of washed away. This is kind of interesting today because we had a few clusters of showers and thunderstorms make their way in from the Poconos into northwestern New Jersey. These were pulse-like storms over the top of the western side of the ridge. And again, we're seeing that this evening too. These are pulse storms though. They're dying off for now. Lots of showers and thunderstorms. A rainy day here in Florida if you're in Disneyland and parts north. Also parts of Georgia. Notice that, you know, whatever was Danny has dissipated. The southwest flow here. Crazy. Watch boxes all over the place here for thunderstorms. This is the cold front, or actually the cold front's back in here. The leading edge of the trough axis is here. So that's what is going to be sinking south as we get into later tomorrow night, and especially on Thursday and Friday. Everything is parallel to the flow. And if we looked at, I want to take a look at the latest national chart from weatherroanoke.com using digital atmosphere software. This front is really going to be making an imprint on our forecast coming up. But it's slow to leave, and as you can find, it's very wavy here because it's nearly stationary against this high pressure ridge, Bermuda High, which is off the coast now, the center of it anyway. And the winds are veering more to the southwest to west here. We just got downpours of tropical rain. Areas of low pressure will be developing along this front, and it's going to mean a stormy day on Thursday and Friday. We've been talking about this, but the heat should abate a little bit in the Intermountain West, especially Seattle and Washington and portions of Canada too. That's some good news. Still watching the tropics for these two disturbances here. Disorganized showers and thunderstorms continue in association with the tropical wave located over the tropical Atlantic about 650 miles east of the Lesser Antilles. Some slow development of this disturbance is possible later this week while the system moves northwest at about 20 to 25 miles an hour. So that's pretty fast, likely reaching the Lesser Antilles by tomorrow night. Regardless of development, the system could bring locally heavy rain to portions of the Lesser Antilles during the next few days. Formation chance about 30% in the next 5 days. Meanwhile, right behind it, we have shower activity associated with a tropical wave about 900 miles southwest of Cabo Verde Islands. Continues to show signs of organization. Additional development of this system is possible during the next several days as it moves generally west-northwest at about 20 miles an hour. This is the one that we're concerned about in the guidance going forward. Again, we're going to carry these extreme heat advisory warnings. Actually, these are warnings here all the way from Wilmington through Philadelphia, Trenton, Newark, Morristown through tomorrow evening. Heat advisories everywhere else in the oranges. Now, the excessive heat warning is going to be in effect until 8 o'clock tomorrow evening. Hot temperatures. Heat index values up to 106. Pennsylvania, Delaware, Philadelphia, eastern Montgomery, lower Bucks and eastern Chester. In New Jersey, Gloucester, Mercer, northwestern Burlington and Camden. In Delaware, Newcastle until 8 o'clock. Tomorrow evening, extreme heat and humidity significantly increase the potential for heat-related illnesses, particularly for those working and participating in outdoor activities. And you know, there have been reports of people, not here that I've seen, I'm sure there probably are, for emergency unit requests, but out in the West, in Washington and Oregon, yeah, it's dangerous. Weather story from the National Weather Service office in Mount Holly, our good friends there. Mid-afternoon to late evening on Wednesday, there is severe weather possible during this time frame here. Eastern Pennsylvania, northern and central New Jersey, the highest risk north of Interstate 78. Strong damaging wind gusts, small hail, torrential downpours, localized flash flooding possible, frequent cloud to ground lighting. When you have this kind of water vapor in the air above 2 inches of water vapor, liquid vapor, gas, downpours are going to be hard, and when they do come down in certain locations, there's going to be a lot of lightning strikes. In fact, today there were a couple of strong lightning strikes around Mount Pocono into also Warren and portions of Sussex County with those slow-moving, disintegrating pulse storms. You can kind of see that showing up again on Doppler radar from New York City's Brookhaven office here for the upper portions of northern New York into Connecticut here. Thunderstorm watch boxes being issued. One more day of record heat tomorrow. High heat and humidity across New York City, northeastern New Jersey, most of central Long Island except Montauk and West Hampton by the shore. Of course, the interior portions here of New York City, New York State, Middletown, Danbury, Connecticut, Waterbury, East Hampton, and Groton as well. You get it. It's going to feel like it's in the hundreds tomorrow. Upper 90s to low 100s for much of the tri-state with the heat indices. Take extra precaution if you work or spend time outdoors. Limit your time outdoors if possible, and stay hydrated. These are the maximum heat index temperatures for tomorrow. Nasty. 103 in Newark, 102 in Morristown, 101 in White Plains. It's not better anywhere else either. No. Wanted to go ahead and look at the NCEP-NAM 3 kilometer to 1 kilometer reflectivity over the next 60 hours. And the reason I'm using the Northeast rather than the factor of just using New Jersey is because we get a larger viewpoint of what's going on. So today we have pulse storms around the region, and they're going to wax and wane, but the increase of moisture ahead of this cold front here by tomorrow morning is going to increase the instability in the atmosphere. Got Cape values, and we'll get into that in a moment. We're going to have a broken line of squally thunderstorms developing in the afternoon on Wednesday, mainly over New York and Pennsylvania. Some of these are going to begin to drift into northwestern New Jersey, the lower Hudson Valley area, Connecticut, and eventually slowly make their way south. Any of these showers and thunderstorms will be capable of vivid lightning and extreme heavy downpours. We haven't even gotten into Thursday yet. That is this. and the cold front is going to be coming through. In the morning, naturally, you would find convective feedback from whatever happened the night before. So there's going to be lots of low clouds, fog, a little bit more stable atmosphere. But as the CAPE values begin to build into the region, as we head into the morning on Thursday and Thursday afternoon, here comes the line of showers and thunderstorms along that parallel cold front here where the winds are parallel to the flow. So there's going to be some heavy showers and thunderstorms in certain locations, and other areas will not see all of this. But the areas that do, flash flooding will be a concern, and I'm sure the National Weather Service is going to get on this very shortly. First, we have to expire the heat watches and heat warnings before they complicate the matters by getting into the forecast and tell you about all of this heavy rain that's on the way. As we get into Thursday afternoon, that front is slowly sinking south, and there is numerous showers and thunderstorms along this line, all the way from Connecticut, all the way down to Washington, D.C. and Virginia. And these showers and thunderstorms are very capable of torrential downpours, frequent lightning, and urban and flash flooding. And you thought that things were going to get better on Friday. Well, that front's going to get stalled up here, and it's not so good looking into the beginning part of the weekend either. Again, when we're looking at the water vapor channel here, this is precipitable water values in the atmosphere through tomorrow morning, near midnight tonight, tomorrow morning. It's incredible to see this amount of moisture. It's a tropical air mass for sure, and there's going to be regions on Wednesday, particularly Wednesday afternoon, where the showers and thunderstorms train over the same locations that are going to be better than 2 to 2.5 inches of precipitable water value. And really, even if you drop that down, it's still going to be better than 2 inches as we get into Thursday morning, Thursday afternoon. Here comes all the heavy rain across the region. Just even looking at the water vapor channel, this is incredible amount of moisture here coming in on late Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening, with the cold front sinking south of the area. Notice all of the dry air is stuck back in here. And as we get into Friday, Thursday night, Friday morning, again, a considerable amount of water vapor here in the channel, better than 2.5 inches. Incredible amount of water that could come down. The other thing I wanted to do is to get into the CAPE values here for a second. And I wanted to hone in on the NAM model guidance's CAPE values, or convective available potential energy in joules per kilogram here, moving forward. This looks very interesting to me because tomorrow morning, you know, we're already at 1,000 to 1,300 joules per kilogram of available potential energy here. By the time we get into tomorrow morning, as the sun is mixing out in the clouds in the sky, we've got 3,000 to 4,000 joules per kilogram, where these showers and thunderstorms are going to initiate well ahead of the cold front. And you think it gets better? It does. Because as we head into Thursday, complete cloud cover over the area. Joules per kilogram will be below 1,000, but look, by the afternoon hours and the evening hours, the morning hours into the afternoon and evening hours here, we've got better than 2,000 to 3,000 joules per kilogram. Strong thunderstorms are going to develop in this area right here. Right here in the yellows and reds. And the atmosphere is going to be completely washed over by the time we get into Friday. But that don't matter. It doesn't. Because your weekend forecast is not a washout. But Friday don't look too good to me. I'm looking at this live now from the latest 18Z cycle of the 12Z of the 18Z model guidance from the NAM. Here comes the rain. Now, if this is any indication, folks, of what we've been talking about on social media, as we get into midnight on Thursday, there's going to be areas that exceed 2, 3, 4 inches of rain. Other areas, a couple of hundreds of an inch of rain. This is what the model is showing here. This is the nature of convection in the atmosphere. This is what's going on right now. And I'm telling you right now, flash flood watches, warnings, all kinds of hell is going to break out on Thursday and Thursday night around this region. I'm telling you now, so you better pay attention. Don't drive through flooded waters. You know the story, right? Jersey City, Newark, you know the story. Don't drive under flooded roadways. Oh yes, and by the way, there are power outages here on PSE&G here in New Jersey at 21%. JCP&L always the highest at 32% right now. Wanted to look at the 12Z model guidance from the European total cloud cover here over the northeastern United States. It's not pretty, actually. Not really. Thursday morning, breaks in the sunshine, showers and thunderstorms develop, and then everything's like completely overcast here. And, you know, we get into Friday here. This doesn't look good. We're going back to Friday afternoon. Everything is cloudy here. If you want any kind of clearing here, doesn't look like it's showing up too good. No. Not on Saturday. Not here in New Jersey or the coast. Maybe out west, but not here. And July 4th, lots of clouds, low clouds around the area. Breaks in the sunshine, finally. Breaks in the clearing here on, maybe it's in time for fireworks on Sunday night, 4th of July. And then, of course, you know, we go right back into the cloud cover here again, a little bit on Monday. But Monday looks like a much better day. But, you know, again, we'll get the fireworks through. We'll get it all done. We'll get it all done, folks.